You're listening to Smegcast with Matt, Gary and Devon.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. It's only 2 days to Christmas.
It's 2 days.
Wow.
2 days until it's over.
It's a very special time where we celebrate the birth of Santa Claus.
That's right. Yeah.
I think now in
Who gave birth to Santa Claus? Just out of curiosity.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola,
They
yeah.
shut him out hard.
They're so manipulative, man. Every year they got
That's why he's red, man.
Yeah.
Because he used to be green, and then they...
Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's actually true.
Google it.
Really?
Yeah.
So he actually used to be green.
He used to be green back in the medieval times.
Yeah.
And then when the Americans turned up and
they sort of
came up with...
glamorized him. Yeah.
Wow.
They made him red.
Because didn't he originate in wasn't it somewhere like Finland or something like that?
Yeah,
and he was,
some weird.
And he was just a nice old man who I think might have even been making toys for kids or something like that. Just and probably was only maybe like 3 kids he was actually making the toys for as well.
Yeah,
I like talking to people that have no idea about Christmas. You know, they have a different religion, or they don't celebrate Christmas because of their religious reasons. And I said, what do you think of Santa Claus? Do you find him weird? Like, do you think him of a bit of a paedophile? Because he's a man who makes toys all year round. He goes to every child's house. He decides if you're naughty or nice, and then he goes down your chimney.
Yeah. At night.
At night.
Yeah.
Into your bedroom.
Absolutely.
To put presents on the ground.
A large, strange man, with lots of hair. It's disturbing.
It's a weird idea, actually.
He's got those sort of like the qualities of a stalker. When you think of the Christmas song, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows whether you've been bad or good. So it'd be good for goodness sake.
I'll be singing the song. Let's sing la 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 la.
It's true, man.
But it's true. You sort of think. And the funny thing is too, you hear of all the time. Parents teach their kids, stranger danger.
Yeah.
Yet they're quite happy to sort of put their kid on the lap of some sort of strange man.
Yeah.
It's and the kids usually hate it. Like the little kids are like screaming the shopping centre down just because they don't even want to.
Well, because the smell of alcohol from his breath is normally quite alarming. When you're
it's like Billy Bob Thornton, he's holding. I hated it too, though. It creeped me out.
Yeah.
And actually, even the act of queuing up, going into this dark little shed, so there's something that's not right about it. It's terrifying stuff. And then they give you a shitty gift, and then you're out. And you open it, and you're like, oh, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
Did you ever get
for nothing?
Did you ever get to sit on a Santa's lap, but it was actually a woman?
No,
I've actually had that a couple of times.
That's the night out with the boys.
Yeah,
How much are we paying her?
Yeah,
well, I think maybe twice in my childhood I sat on the lap of a would have been a female Santa Claus, a woman with the Santa beard on. Yeah,
that explains a lot.
It does.
Could you just know? As soon as you're sitting on a woman's lap, there's a big difference. Women have more sort of fleshy thighs.
So when did this?
Fleshy thighs.
So was this last year? Is that what I heard?
Oh, it was last weekend.
Was this in Holland?
It happened for me. There was the odd kid or two who would believe in Santa Claus for quite some time.
Yeah,
where some of the parents
I never got to that stage.
I remember one kid. His parents actually went to the extreme of actually marking out with sort of white paint, sleigh tracks and reindeer hoof prints and all sorts of things, just to sort of. No joke, he was probably believing in Santa Claus till he was about maybe 13 or 14.
Horrible.
Do you know how I found out?
How'd you find out?
Okay, because
somebody told you though.
I wanted, No. I was very sneaky. As I said, I was a little shit.
Right.
So this is the sort of thing a little shit does. I think I was 8.
Right.
Yes. And I already knew, but I wanted to confirm.
Okay.
So my parents used to leave a carrot and a pretty large glass of brandy, right? Because I'm English, get him pissed, Can you imagine him going to every house and doing this if he fucking dead?
Were you pouring it out and your dad was like, more,
yeah. It gets to that. Anyway, my mum, the whole family does it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, okay, off to bed because he's going to be coming soon. I'm like, yeah, bullshit.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to watch a porno in 2 years. This is bullshit, right? So I go upstairs and then, of course, you wait an hour and then you can hear footsteps and you go down. I'll never forget this. I go down and I see my mum just eating a carrot. And then I just see my dad just knock back the brandy it doesn't even touch his sides. And I'm so angry because they've lied to me. I'm
That's great.
Little shit.
That's so funny, man.
So what does a bigger brother do?
Right.
Go straight to the sister. Go. Oh, guess what? He ain't real. She was 5.
They're lying to us. They're lying to us.
The worst Christmas.
That's funny.
Every time I open the present, the looks I got.
Oh, no.
You are a little shit.
That's full on, mate. That's pretty full on.
Santa gave you that.
Yeah.
I ruined that Christmas.
That's pretty devastating shit though, like, you know, like,
She cried all day.
yeah, especially to see your dad knock that much brandy back in one
Well, I
go,
was just
you know?
like, where's my one, mate?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? There's 2 people in.
You get a carrot, Matt. You can have a carrot, mate, as well.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have this though? Did you ever like? Did you genuinely have even a day where you thought this shit's real?
No, for me actually, I've never at any point believed in Santa Claus.
Isn't that interesting?
No,
Is that because a family thing? Like,
No, I remember I was scared of Santa Claus. I was absolutely petrified as a child, and
that's
of course,
understandable.
And so basically, my parents had always said, "Look, he's actually just a man dressed up." And look, I used to actually get in trouble at school where I'd be saying, and almost be made to be like a liar, even by teachers and stuff. When you go, "There's no such thing as Santa Claus. It's just a man dressed up."
Yeah,
and
right.
even teachers were going,
shut up.
more or less implying, I was a liar.
You're spoiling everything, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You're ruining Christmas.
You're ruining these children's lives. They're going to be smackheads and fucking prostitutes. Leave them alone.
Yeah, it's true. I used to have a thing where like we would light the fire because it's fucking cold. You know, it's not like it's a country where you need the fire because it has to heat everything.
It's not like a fucking southern Melbourne.
Look at the nice fire with the fake, flame. Nah, we need to light that
plastic
because
log.
it's cold. We need to survive and stuff. So every time we lit the fire, I thought, like my dad would light a fire, it would last 6 hours. And so like he would fill it up and we go to bed and I was thinking, how the hell is he going to get down that fucking chimney? He's going to die. And it's going to be my fault that nobody gets presents because he's going to die. And it's going to be our fault because we left the fire on. It's really
But see,
bad.
the thing is, with both of you two, you're both from the northern hemisphere, so
True.
you would have been having the Christmases in winter. See, it's always been a summer.
What's a good Swedish Christmas look like?
It was dark. I remember it was actually the first year I actually
Fucking depressing.
it's
That's
dark.
a best start.
We've already been down this road.
Yeah, we
What's
have.
Sweden like?
Dark.
Shit.
It's really shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was the thing because I think the people who I was living in sort of like a share house, they all went back to their own country. So I was actually in this big house all by myself,
Right.
Because I'd only been in the country probably about maybe 6 months at that stage, and I thought, well, it's a bit silly me flying all the way back to Australia,
Right.
At that stage. So yeah, I actually had spent the winter by myself,
Wow.
a Swedish winter by myself,
Jeez.
and the Christmas by myself.
You're
And-
joking, really?
And it was
That must have been hard.
It was dark and gloomy, and that house had that many creaks.
I'd love it. No one there.
Yeah, no, you would love that, you know.
Oh, no, it'd be fucking bliss.
Yeah.
Oh, what Christmas card do I have to write today? Nothing. Fucking rip it up.
Do you have to wrap anything? No, I'm fucking wrapping
I'm just
anything.
going to walk around naked
Yeah.
and drink beer.
Yeah.
That's what I always found funny was in the Star Wars movies. It's in a long time ago in a galaxy far away. Somehow there's still English people. Like they're in a galaxy
they're all
far
English.
away. Yet there's
Oh, yeah, they all speak English.
they're all-
It's
but
full on like a proper Englishman.
But you'll know this, like the English are everywhere. Like you go to ancient Rome, you couldn't find anyone other than an English person. Like,
Yeah.
You couldn't do it. Like you could watch Gladiator, you'd be lucky to find. There's one African,
Yeah.
and he's fucking from Germany.
Yeah.
Well, Russell Crowe was a gladiator, but he sounded Australian.
I thought he kind of was English in that one. I picked him as English, to be
I
honest.
didn't know gladiators were from Australia. I thought they were Italian.
No, they're not from Australia.
Oh, but-
how would a gladiator get to Australia? You think,
Well-
fuck it, we need another gladiator. Somebody send a bird off and get one here.
You know, it's confusing when you watch Gladiator because, you expect a boomerang in his hand, to start
I do.
killing.
I really appreciate it when Russell Crowe doesn't do any accents. I really appreciate. I go, thank God he didn't do any accents in
Or
this.
when he sings.
Or when he's actually, you know what? Done. When he so as long as he doesn't break out into song, this movie instantly goes up like 4.5 stars. Brilliant. As soon as I watched Les Miserables, it was you think, is this going to get any shitter? And then around the 40-minute mark, you're like, yep, he's singing.
See, I always find with Russell Crowe, whenever he sort of is interviewed or whatever, he actually almost repeats himself, but in different ways. So it's like if he's talking about his friends, he's going, "Oh yeah, good mates, great buddies." Go, well, that's just the same thing, just said differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's
I
how it always
got it,
is.
Russell. Yeah. My name's Russell. Yeah, I got it, mate.
Yeah.
I
Russell,
understand.
you can call me maybe Rusty. Russell. Yeah, it's Russell.
Yeah. What,
I reckon he'd be a good laugh out.
He's got his own. It's rugby, I think. Yeah, he's the owner of Rabbitohs, whatever.
He is. Yeah, that's right. They
Green
tried
and
to get him
red.
to buy Leeds United.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You remember
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Like Leeds, and for some reason, the
But
Leeds
the problem
fans.
is, he went to Leeds. He went, oh no, God, fuck it. You haven't seen it, and I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
You know what's
either, so-
ridiculous? It's like it's been out 5 days, and I'm the only man in this room that has seen the new Star Wars movie. For fuck's sake, like
Nah.
you must have known it was out. Like.
No, I watched Phantom of the Menace the other night.
Oh, you did?
You watched the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
So you
so
tell
I have actually technically watched Star Wars.
for fuck's sake, like
It's one of
are
my
you
favourites. One of my favourite movies.
Jesus, there's anyone that's got a reasonable fanfare of Star Wars just shatting their own pants here in New
Good,
Zealand.
because I'm sick and I am sick
No, honestly,
to death with this.
Did you actually watch that movie?
Nah,
though?
bullshit.
Oh, okay, right. Good. That's all right.
Your little face.
You know what? Just breathe. Just take a breath. That's
But
all
that
it is.
is one of my favourite movies.
Really?
One of my favourite Star Wars, yeah.
Phantom Menace. Are you serious?
He's a connoisseur.
Is it called? Yeah.
I'm just sick to death with people
It's
coming
kind-
up to
you-
me.
you
Have
are
you
a-
seen Star Wars? It's
Right.
like it's like the first movie ever made. It's like, oh, they've come up with a new invention. It's called filmmaking. This is the film. I'm like, fuck off. And when you go around the supermarket and you can't even buy shampoo with Darth Vader stuck on the top.
That's true.
Yeah,
I saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
What did
Yeah.
your missus say the other day? You can buy oranges with Star Wars.
But you know
on.
what though?
That's bollocks.
There's a secret to this though. You don't have to buy any of that stuff.
Yeah, but it's there, Gary.
I know,
Laughing at you.
but you don't have to buy it. I know it's there. It is annoying. I understand. And you know what? I'm the only one that's actually fucking seen the movie that this is marketed off.
Okay,
right?
go on. Give us the review.
Yeah, no. I'll be brief, and I promise I will.
Yeah.
Honestly, all I took from it is that it's just a movie, and you're absolutely right.
Is it really?
No, it is. But like, it's amazing how everything around the planet now is like sheathed in Star Wars shit, But then you go see the movie, and honestly, it's just a very ordinary good movie.
Yeah.
It's got quite good characters. The characters are really good, but there's just extremely large plot holes all over the place that you kind of come out and you go, yeah, it's good. But it's not like people are coming out of it going, this is the only movie I'm ever going to watch. I'm actually not going to watch any more movies after this. This was the last movie ever made. And you're like, no, it's just kind of all right.
Like, they were good movies where, like, it's just like a novel concept, It's like, obviously a galaxy far, far away with different beings and different planets.
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
But the thing is, I think people have sort of made it into this sort of a thing that's...
It's more than a movie.
It's like it's a lifestyle. You just don't understand, It's this special thing. And I think they've made it for it... Like, I think almost a bit uncool.
Totally.
Like, that's the thing. And I think that's where you sort of now you got that big division of people who some people either really like it, or they hate it. But it's not. Yeah. But it's not really one of those sort of things that it should be either liked or hated. It's because it's just really
it's just
a movie.
a thing.
It's just a movie. But
exactly.
there are those people who just
and that's
really
what
move on to the next one.
And that's actually what it is. I would say every review you read off it or anybody you talk to, it's so polarized. You either like it or you hate it, and you know what? It's just okay.
I'm going to look into this Star Wars. I'm going to approach it.
All right.
Like when I lost my virginity.
Right.
Go in there expecting great things.
Yeah.
Right. And you watch it like you have the sex, and you walk away thinking it was good.
Right.
But it wasn't great. That's how I'm going.
It was all right.
Having your first wank. Now that's Godfather 2. I'm telling you right now.
Everyone knows where you were when you discovered how to do that, because it's kind of like I'm going to be a fucking millionaire when I tell all my friends I'm going to make so much money.
What, having the wank or having the...
Yeah, you think like I've discovered something no one else has discovered. I'm going to make a fortune off this. And then you're like, no, everyone does this. Like, oh, all right.
I'm your kid. Right? I'm just going off a little bit.
We'll go
back to Star Wars. He had a wank, right? He freaks out. Because he was doing science at the time. He went up to his dad with it in his hand. He goes, Dad, look, I'm bleeding white blood cells.
That's so funny. He said yes. And if you were a good dad, you would say, you know what? You've probably only got about 2 hours to live. Good luck with that.
Nah, apparently his dad said, for fuck's sake, son. He just walked out and went down the pub.
Interestingly, though, I went to see Star Wars. I went to see it in one of the biggest screens I can see it at. I saw it in 3D. I saw it with laser projection. It was just phenomenal, like the experience of seeing it. So there's everything in the cinema was orchestrated to the point of where it would encapsulate everything that was good about it. And you know what? It's just okay. It's an okay movie, and
out of 10.
I would say it's one of those movies where the more you think about it, the worse it gets. It all moves at such a fast pace. Everything just never breathes. It's just bang, 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 bang. As soon as somebody even stops talking, an explosion goes off, and then some other scenario comes up and keeps the plot moving along. You barely even have breath to remember who was in it, and then it's over. And that's great, because if you want to kind of forget 2 hours, it just disappears. But really, when you think about it and you really get down to the nitty gritty of the movie, there's an awful lot of stuff that you think that just doesn't make sense. That is a bit stupid, and there's a lot of things like that in it.
So would you rate it?
Crying.
Would you rate it better than Rock of Ages? Because I know how much you love that.
I can't stand.
I love Rock of Ages.
See, I love Rock of Ages.
Oh no, hang on. No, I'm thinking of School of Rock.
No, that's a different movie.
Yeah, that is.
So School of Rock's yes, I know the one you're talking about.
So on a scale of, because I know you love Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I do like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So would it, like, if Arnold Schwarzenegger was a 10 and Rock of Ages was
like -10.
Okay, where would it be?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 6.5, maybe.
Is it a bit like the movie Wild Things?
It is, yes. So you got moments of utter bliss for about 6.5 minutes, and then it's shit afterwards. No,
you had to come up with that.
You had to come up with that. Is that your favourite movie, by the way?
Oh, actually, as a movie, I think that
is Matt Dillon your favourite actor, man?
No, Denise Richards was quite nice.
That's right.
No,
it's a shame about the acting, though, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
It's like, take your top off. You're fantastic. You should get.
You are the greatest actor ever. Okay. He just goes to that one part. This is my favourite movie.
Yeah.
Bang.
That's great. Yeah. Look, you know what? It's extremely fun. It's extremely fun. But I think by the time it gets to the point where this movie is on TV and people have discussed it endlessly on the internet and it's completely consumed over the next few months, I think we'll look back on it and go, yeah, it's good. It's not the next coming, though. You know, it's not Jesus or anything. Yeah. It's just a movie.
I like the Phantom of the Menace. So this could be the greatest movie I ever watched. The
Phantom of the Menace. Who's that Phantom over there?
Jar Jar Binks. Bring him back. Hey, he's got a good.
But see, you see, because like Matt's obviously he hasn't seen really a lot of the Star Wars movies.
No,
I mean,
I've seen everyone.
No, I think you have seen all of them, haven't you?
Oh, I've seen everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Everyone.
You see, and amazingly, he thinks the Phantom Menace is the good one.
But I actually do have a Star Wars Christmas joke that could actually tie in quite well with the theme of
right.
today's.
Matt, prepare yourself. Prepare to laugh uncontrollably until death.
It's going to be something to do with some sexual act, isn't it?
No. But, it's probably
I'm holding my breath.
It's like your review of of the most recent movie. It's not great.
Okay.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah. So basically, one day, Luke Skywalker went to visit his father,
right,
Darth Vader.
Okay.
And Darth Vader said to Luke Skywalker, "I know what you're getting for Christmas." And Luke Skywalker said, "How can you possibly know what I'm getting for Christmas?" And Darth Vader said, "I felt your presence."
Well, that's it for tonight for me. I mean,
we almost needed the crickets. The crickets playing, the chirping.
Well,
in
that's
the
what I'm saying. I would give anything for a soundboard right now.
I would give anything for a bus so I can go home.
Yeah. Here's one thing I want to cover, and I do think it's quite good. People give the prequels, just on Star Wars, they give them a lot of shit, Matt. And you'll have heard this shit because you probably have taken some of it down the years for liking, the Phantom Menace and stuff.
Yes.
The prequels are kind of derived in a very, special way. People just don't like them. They raped their childhoods. They did all sorts of bad stuff. But there's a good reason for that. And I think I've figured out why. And I have to give credit because I read a story about this today. Did a little research on George Lucas, right? And very interesting guy. He's like the Charles Foster Kane, he's like a recluse, right? His wife is called Marcia, I think it was, right? So he's at Lucas Ranch. No, it's not Lucas Ranch. It's Skywalker Ranch. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so to give you an idea of the size of Skywalker Ranch as well, the Vatican City, right? It's about 108 acres big. So about 108 football fields.
You're talking about his house?
Talking about his house.
Okay.
But so just to give scale a bit, so the Vatican's about 108 football fields large. He has a Skywalker ranch, 6,000 acres, I believe.
Right.
6,000 football fields. It's huge, and he on the, I think it's the West Coast he lives. So he was installing, in the Lucasfilm library or the Lucas library or whatever the hell they call a Skywalker library, like a stained glass window, like a dome. Like a big, massive church dome, and they installed it. So he spent millions on this house. And, of course, he had to hire someone, to do the dome. And his wife had an affair with the man that was installing the dome.
She must have liked his lightsaber.
Must have liked the lightsaber. You can't resist a good lightsaber, mate. I'm sure George Lucas wouldn't find this very funny, mind you. But yeah, so and then it all went back pear-shaped, of course, and she ran away and got divorced. She got 50 million from the guy as well.
Even though she shagged the light man.
Yeah, got 50 million. It's not bad. I believe it's around about that. And I get this impression that when he went back to writing the Star Wars movies, he must have wrote it in the library while sitting under this fucking stained glass window that was installed by the man that stole his fucking wife. He his wife said some pretty bad things about him. Said he was cold. He's a cold and distant and unemotional character. Paraphrasing what she said. It was something along those lines. He's a very interesting guy, not a people person though.
See, I think the other thing is too, with obviously the imagination he would have to create a lot of the movies.
Oh, true.
He would have to probably, I would imagine, also probably live in almost a bit of a fantasy world too, where you almost do have to kind of probably detach from reality to try and think of these ideas and stuff like that. And I mean, like, and the thing is too, I mean, it's not just, when you look at it, with his characters, it's just as simple as going, oh yeah, there's Han Solo and Chewbacca and R2-D2 and Luke Skywalker. I mean, he's actually gone into the detail of almost every single character, and there's like a whole life behind each and every character too. That's the funny thing as well.
But you say that, but I mean, the prequels were his thing, and I think one of the reasons that he got so fed up was because he was actually so sick of getting shit for making them. Because that's what he did. Like, all he ever did since he made it back in 1997 was just get shit all the time. For a year, he spent nearly 2 decades getting shit of these movies. So one of the reasons he sold it is because he was like, I'm done. Well, I can't do it anymore. People talk, people probably, if you met him, I'm sure that's something that constantly comes up and bugs him, because he kind of took something people worshipped and then created something else to extend it, and then everyone hated him for it.
Stupid of the week. Mariah Carey is like the human kettle. It's like, whoa.
She is. I always enjoy, like, every time she gets interviewed, like, she's so, like, placed so particularly, but that her boobs are exploding on the camera.
But she actually has a thing about she only wants her face to be filmed from a particular side.
That's ridiculous.
And there's been interviews over the years where she's only wanted to sort of sit on a certain angle.
Like the back of her head.
Pretty much.
What is the stupidest thing that happened to you this week?
Well, because it's Christmas.
Yep. I hope there's a penis in this story. I love a penis.
I'm not
story.
Devon. There's no penis in my story. I decided to Google.
Right.
That's the internet.
Yes.
Worst Christmas stories.
Okay.
And there's quite some devastating stories.
And like 2 million hits come up. And
it's just some of the stuff he really is like, fucking
my life's
depressing.
Good. Yeah.
Like really depressing. Anyway, I found one where a woman wrote her Christmas, right? And she's basically, I won't read the first bit because she's going on about how she's had to buy a new clutch for a car, and then she had to get it like serviced again. So she spent a fair bit of money. She's money focused, right? And I think this is boring. This is how this will work. Yeah. Anyway, it gets to this.
Right.
Today, my hamster got wedged between the door and the frame. He tried to run out the room as I walked in. I didn't see him and closed the door. I had to rush him to the vet, which is over Christmas. I mean, what fucking vets are going to be like, oh, yeah, come in?
Well, at least it's a rational thing to do. Everyone would
double the bloody fees.
Yeah. So, fuck, I'm not paying that. this fucking hamster's dying. You know,
microwave 5 minutes.
Do you have it? I know. Just curiously, do you bring a hamster in a cage, or do you just like carry it in, in your hand?
Well, the way she's describing him, she brought him in a bowl of
like a
feathers.
shoebox.
Yeah, a shoebox of
right. The vet says,
anyway,
the toilet's the best thing.
Just one flush will just get rid of that problem. Rush into the vets, and it turns out that it has a head injury.
Right.
Being trapped in the fucking door. Okay.
Is that a bit?
The vet said.
Is that a bit no shit?
The vet said.
This looks like a typical trapped in the door situation.
The vet said it has a 50-50 chance of making a recovery. He's staying with...
So the door, unfortunately, is no hope.
Yeah, the door's got a little hamster head shape. He's staying at the vet's tonight for observation.
Oh, for
£200. She's whinging about...
Did they hook him up to, it's like in the ICU unit,
Okay. A week later, I wanted to follow the story.
Right. Okay.
On a cheerier note...
Okay.
I know it's only a hamster... But she survived. Yay!
That's beautiful. That's actually a beautiful.
Beautiful. I feel uplifted. I want to celebrate Christmas.
That's
now.
great. Now,
okay.
The hamster consequently can't remember its name.
Okay.
She lives in a Tibetan monastery.
Let me finish this story.
All right.
So anyway, she brought her home.
Right.
She can walk for a few steps now.
Okay.
Without falling over.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it?
I actually had a hamster that had a stroke.
Right, really?
Yeah.
Do they do like an X-ray? Because I imagine you put a hamster in an X-ray, it'll melt.
Just a little stain.
What happened? I was a bit strong, Dave.
It must be Russian. This. Where did he get it?
I told you not to put that much juice on it.
Hell.
So funny.
Anyway, it had a stroke.
Right.
And it was just before Christmas. It must be a thing where hamsters are falling.
I'm really sad now. You got to pull us back.
No, it's all right. It gets better.
Okay.
I had a hamster. I had a stroke because we had this stupid cage where it had like 3 floors. The hamster literally rolled down.
Okay.
Like a ping pong.
Okay.
And just smashed his head everywhere. Anyway, so we found it flat. So we took it to the vets.
Right.
The vet was like, kill it.
All right.
Right. My mum.
Preferably by door.
Yeah, just
quick.
Just don't look.
Just quick. This story.
Yes.
So what? So it lived, is what I'm saying. Is that right?
As far as I know, the hamster with the brain damage lived.
Okay, but it has brain damage though.
Well, it can't walk without falling over, Gary.
Does it have liquid food and stuff? It can't.
She probably breastfeeds the hamster. I don't know.
Every time you turn the microwave on, it has a seizure.
So the moral of the story is hamsters do not make good door stops.
Matt, thank you for the stupid of the week. Everyone, give Matt a bit of a clap, mate. Come on, let's get him up. That's brilliant. I appreciate it, mate. You know what? Now that you've told that, I cannot wait to hear the next one. For more podcasts, please visit smegcast.com.